Hi, my name is Sarthak, and I represent a team based in Berlin. During the hackathon, we worked on the topic of reading raw data using LLMs and using their output to populate schemas. For us, the raw data came from XRD measurements. And one of the challenges linked with the experimental data is that even though the data represents the same kind of quantities, it can come from different vendors, especially different vendors of the instruments. And each of these vendors have a different way of structuring their data. So in the end, you have to write a bunch of specific parsers for each of these vendors to transport the data into a more general schemas that you end up building for a particular technique or a measurement. We wanted to automate this using LLMs, and so for us, the problem setting was XRD measurement files, which came from three different vendors: the Bruker instrument, Rigaku instrument, and Panalytical instruments. And we configured a basic pydantic model, which is kind of a unifying schema for the instrument settings and the results of XRD. And we used a pre-trained Llama 3 model to read through these measurement files and somehow fill the pydantic base model schema that we developed. I'll quickly show you a demo of how it works. But before that, maybe it's a good idea to take a look at the data model. So this is how the pydantic base model looks like. We have the description for each of the field, which helps the Llama model to actually find these quantities within the raw data. And then we have the LLM model, and for this we create a bunch of prompts, of course. And because we are using a pre-trained model, so we had to be a bit smart with our prompting. For example, we don't want it to generate any other output than a JSON. And in most of the cases, the LLM is able to follow with that. So you can already see some of the output, but if we quickly run through the code, it goes through the raw data and it chunks the raw data in based on the chunk size. And then it processes each of the chunks and yeah. And for each of the chunk, it will generate kind of a dictionary, which is quite structured. And as you can see, it really corresponds to the data model. So we think this kind of an approach using LLM towards automated parsing is a pretty good thing, and we definitely want to take a deeper look into this.